There was no announcement, no warning sound, no dramatic moment, just a chair, still waiting. The light above it kept glowing like it always does, even when nobody is sitting there. The jacket stayed on the backrest, wrinkled the way it had been for weeks, still holding the shape of someone who used to wear it. And the clock kept moving. 2:13, 2:14, 2:15. No one noticed. People think pain is loud. They think suffering screams. They think broken people collapse in public. But the truth is, the most dangerous pain is silent. It wakes up early. It goes to work. It smiles when required. It replies, "I'm fine," without hesitation. It learns how to disappear while standing in the same room. This person didn't ask for help, not because they didn't need it, but because they learned something early. When you talk too much about your pain, people get uncomfortable, so they stop talking. They learned how to be low maintenance, how to not bother anyone, how to make the sadness efficient. They learned how to suffer without leaving a mess. They were always the one who replied fast, who listened carefully, who remembered birthdays, who checked in first. But somehow, when they went quiet, no one checked. Not because people are evil, but because everyone is busy surviving their own storms. And so the silence grew longer, heavier, colder. There's a strange kind of loneliness that doesn't come from being alone. It comes from being overlooked, from realizing that your absence doesn't create a gap in anyone's day, that the world keeps spinning at the exact same speed with or without you. The chair didn't move, the dust kept floating in the light, slow and peaceful, like time itself had decided to slow down just to watch. And somewhere between 2:15 and 2:16, something inside them quietly gave up. Not life, not hope, just the idea that someone would notice without being asked. They didn't want attention, they didn't want sympathy, they wanted proof. Proof that their existence left a mark. Proof that if they disappeared for a moment, someone would pause, even briefly, and wonder why. But the messages stayed unread, the calls never came, the silence answered everything. And that's the part nobody talks about. How abandonment doesn't always come from people leaving. Sometimes it comes from people staying and still not seeing you. So they adopted, they laughed less loudly, shared less honestly, expect less from people. Because expecting nothing hurts less than hoping and being disappointed again. There's a point where pain stops begging to be understood and starts learning how to coexist. That's when it becomes dangerous. That's when people say they seem okay now. The jacket stayed there, still warm only in memory. The chair carried the weight of every unspoken sentence, every message typed and deleted, every moment they almost said, "I'm not okay," but decided not to ruin the mood. And maybe, just maybe, someone will watch this and feel something uncomfortable. A quiet recognition, a realization that someone in their life has been sitting in a chair like this for a long time. Silent, waiting, hoping. Because the truth is, people don't disappear when they are unloved. They disappear when they are unnoticed for too long. So if this made you pause, if this made your chest feel heavy, if someone came to your mind right now, don't wait. Don't assume someone else will notice. Be the interruption, be the message, be the proof. Because sometimes, one small moment of noticing is the difference between someone surviving and someone silently giving up. No one noticed, but you still can. And maybe the hardest part of all is knowing that no one meant to hurt them. No betrayal, no villain, just time passing, and people assuming silence means strength. That's how people slip through the cracks. Not pushed, not rejected, just forgotten slowly. There are people right now who don't need advice, don't need fixing, don't need speeches. They just need to be seen before they learn how to live unseen forever. Because once someone accepts invisibility, they stop reaching out, and when that happens, even love feels far away. If you have ever felt like that chair, present but empty, this is your reminder. Your pain isn't small, your silence isn't meaningless, and your existence is not optional. You don't have to disappear to prove you're real, and if you're the one still standing, still scrolling, still breathing, this is your moment to interrupt the silence. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Because regret doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from not noticing soon enough. No one noticed, but now you have.